Hi everybody, it's good to be on again. This flu bug that we had going around our house affected us the whole month. It's like it just kept bouncing around from person to person in my household. So I got it a second time and a third time, and I think finally it's gone. I hope, I pray. Um, Today I just wanted to come on here and say that I missed a lot of your brothers and sisters. I haven't got to participate in much discussion lately with you, and it seems like a few brothers and sisters have had a falling away. I just think that's part of Satan's plan to try to drive us apart and, trying to keep us from being one in Christ. I just say to those who have decided to fall away that uh, we need you to come back and just forsake that situation that happened and just come back. The fellowship is what we need to stay together in Christ, and I hold no ill will against anybody, and I just know that things are happening that aren't because of you or because of me or because of whoever. It's just Satan's plan to try to drive us apart. So, just wanted to share a couple of dreams that I've had in the past. I haven't been able to talk about them because I didn't have any voice, or I was coughing every second, so it wouldn't have been very good for me to put them out on video at that time. Um, Most of them had to do with like attacks on us, whether it be foreign armies or whether it be alien type attacks. But the first one I had was pretty vivid. I was staying in a hotel, some big city. I knew it was a hotel just because all the doors were the same down the hallway and all the hallways looked the same. In the dream I heard, as I was sleeping, I heard some kind of noise like you hear underground drilling or blasting or whatever it was. And as I looked out the window behind the bed, I could see that like an army was coming up out of the ground, out of a tunnel that they had dug, and they were all wearing black, and they had some kind of symbols on the back of their shirts. I don't know what it was. I couldn't really tell, but I heard one of them say, "Do you have the Bible?" And it's like the way he said it wasn't in a good way. It just means that they knew something that they needed to find there to do whatever it was they wanted to do. They were there to destroy the city. And as people were fleeing the town, the city, whatever it was, that they were running to higher places. In my dream myself, I was up high in a tree. I guess I was the highest one because people below me were trying to scramble up the tree, and this army came and attacked everybody that was in the lower branches, and you could actually hear the sound of the dagger going to the skull of people, and it was really eerie for that in a dream to hear that kind of detail and to see that in a dream. I woke up from that one, and it might have been might have been some kind of vision. I don't know, but it just looked like something that was eerily similar to people's dreams that we're being attacked from, and the armies are hiding underground. So it kind of fit. The next one I had was I don't know if it's an alien attack or a drone attack. Cause it really the things that are flying around looked to me like drones, but they were controlled differently, and they whirled around instead of flying like fixed wing type aircraft do. But somebody was controlling it, and they were attacking people right and left, and everybody was trying to hide from these things, and we were dropping down in shafts of different buildings trying to hide, like it would be like a garbage shaft or something. You would dump garbage down in apartment buildings, and we're trying to hide from the stuff everywhere, and there was people outside that couldn't get in, and they were being attacked, and it's like really frightening scene. And I hate those kind of dreams when I'm trying to dream peaceful dreams, what have you, but those things happen every now and then. I just want to share that and see if anybody has kind of similar dreams of that nature and what it means. My son, he's had a few dreams, if you call it dreams, but to me it seemed like visions. He's got to experience heaven again. I can only describe it as being in the throne room, because he described the Shekinah glory around the throne, and seeing a figure, but you can't quite make out the figure, but you know it's somebody sitting there on this throne, and then out from this glory light comes Jesus. You know, it's like, so to me, he got to see the Trinity of God there on the throne room. And he said off to the other side he could see an angel, and he knew that was Gabriel. He just spit it right out, said that's Gabriel. And I said, okay, so apparently he got to see the throne room. And another time he got to visit, and this one really touched me because my son would have an older brother, a year older than him, if he wasn't, stillborn. And my son described being up in heaven, and he could see the mansions there, but what he described most was the people there that we have lost in our lives. And my firstborn would be there, and he would be 8 years old, and my son described running to them. They hugged each other, and he said his brother was older than him, so we hadn't discussed that much, and so for him to tell me that just tells me that he probably has been there and saw his older brother. And also, he saw that my wife's mother and brother who were killed in an accident were there, and that she ran to them crying and hugged them, and then later he described Jesus coming over to us, and he was talking to Charlie and myself and his mommy and saying that he was very proud of us, and explained why, and told Charlie because he was always trying to help the other kids, when they had problems. He tried to help them, and he was very proud of him for that. And to me, he was proud of me because I was the peacemaker in our home, and this was true. I try to keep the peace in our house among our family so we don't argue anymore, and even when my wife has problems with other friends, I said, no, we're just not going to deal with that. We're just going to be peaceful, and we just let it go. So. And then for her, she was a good mommy, to Charlie, and which is true because every time he's sick, she's with him, up day and night, trying to mend him back to health and making sure he's going to be okay. She doesn't feel comfortable not watching him, so she'll do that. She'll spend time with him while he's sick and nurse him back to health. So, the other night also, I guess I was in my bed. My dog was next to me. The one you saw her next to me on the couch. He, for some reason that night, he wanted to sleep with me in my bed. So normally he would sleep in my son's bed. So this time he scratched the door and made sure he got in, and he jumped up next to me in my bed. So as I'm sleeping during the night, I was dreaming something. Obviously that I was having to defend myself from somebody, because I remember trying to put my arm up and strike back at this person that was trying to hit me or something, and I realized that I hit my dog because he was laying right next to me in my pillow. So I woke up just enough to pet him and say, sorry about that. I didn't mean to hit you. And I just closed my eyes back, and I hadn't even fallen asleep yet. I just closed my eyes back, and as I closed my eyes, I could see clearly coming into view a shape of a hand just above my pillow. And it was just right in front of my eyes and above my pillow. And it started getting brighter and brighter, and I could make out this hand. And then on the top of the hand, I could see what I thought was like something protruding through the middle of this hand, and then at the same time, I was getting like this bright light around my head where I lay my head on the pillow. And so I'm thinking to myself, what is this? It's like, is this Jesus' hand? Because it's scarred, and it's got like a nail coming through it, big old-fashioned nail. And as I'm looking at it, you see the fingers and the nails and everything on it just clear. And I'm thinking I should reach for this and try to touch it, but my arm was frozen. I could not move my arm, at all. So I'm looking at this hand, and it just becomes brighter and brighter, and it's clearly a hand right above my pillow. So if that was Jesus' hand, that's the first time ever I had any kind of vision of Jesus, and it's like he was with me at that time after I had that disturbing dream, and then I guess he just let me know that he was with me, and he was calming me. So, but it was definitely a different experience than I've ever had before at being awake. Really, I just closed my eyes, so I couldn't have been back to sleep that long, because I just got through petting my dog and apologizing for hitting him, during my dream, because I woke myself up. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know if anyone else has had a similar experience, but that was pretty amazing to me. So, I don't know what else to share with you at this point. I've got some more poems to read at some point. I just kind of wanted to share my dream experiences and a couple things, and and some that Charlie had. I don't want to put him on the air too much anymore. It just seemed like you set him up for attacks that way, so I just prefer to, if he has something, I'll tell you about it, but I'm not going to put him on too much more. Just be blessed, people, and you know, if there's some out there that have yet to turn to Jesus and to ask forgiveness, to get down on your knees, pray the sinner's prayer, just do it, because I feel that time is running short, and you don't want to wait till the last minute when Jesus is already here taking his bride up with him, you know, before the tribulation, because if you wait too long, you're not going to get in, and then he's going to say, I don't know you, and you're going to be left behind, and you don't want to go through that tribulation period. Believe me, if you read about it in the Bible and you see what's going to happen, you don't want to be on this earth when that happens. Just, you know, if this touches one person and they pray that sinner's prayer to Jesus and accept him in their heart, you know, I've done my job. I mean, there's one less person that's going to have to suffer. Just do it. That's all I can say. Just with all your heart, accept him. And if you have addictions, lust in your heart, you're addicted, you know, like addicted to drugs, porn, alcohol, whatever it is, if you accept him with your whole heart and he fills you with his spirit, you don't have those desires anymore. I mean, they're not even in your mind. All you can think about is him and how to please him and how to help others. So just think about it and do it. Take the time to do it, and then read the Bible. You know, read it every day. Just challenge yourself to read a chapter or read a whole book. I you know, set out to do the New Testament first. I'm just about done. Then I'm going to go to the Old Testament, and you'll see how these all line up, the Old Testament, New Testament, and the Old Testament is preparing the Israelites for the things that's going to happen when Jesus comes, and they almost mimic each other. All the feast days and all the little things that happen are mimicking what's going to happen, you know, when Jesus becomes the ultimate slaughter, the sacrifice, you know, the final sacrifice. So it's just interesting to study the Word and then realize that, you know, these things mean something, really, if you study it. And it's really truthful, and the gospel is true, and there's discoveries out there, biblical places that are being discovered, you know, all the time. Or they've been discovered. Many of them have been. They've been reported, but a lot of people don't know about it. If you research it and find out that they're there, Sodom and Gomorrah, Noah's Ark, the Red Sea crossing, all of them have been found. Mount Sinai, the real Mount Sinai, all been found. Just nobody hears about it, or they refuse to believe it. So, but they're there, you know. And if you believe in that, it's easy to believe in the gospel as well. That what's in there is true. The word is true. Well, that's all. I gotta go pick up my son now. He's about out of school. So, y'all take care. God bless, and keep plugging ahead, because Jesus is just around the corner. Right, bye.